7:52. Matt Menietti joins us. Matt, you're an organizer for an event coming up called Startup Weekend. What is Startup Weekend?
Well, thanks for having me on.
Sure.
Glad to talk about Startup Weekend. So the idea behind Startup Weekend, it's a global movement to get more people plugged into startups around the globe. And so the basic idea is you're building a company over 54 hours, so essentially in 3 days. So starting on Friday, the event is from the 15th to the 17th of November. People pitch their ideas. So you can either come with an idea or join a team who has an existing idea. Teams form around those ideas for startups, and people work all weekend, Friday night, Saturday, all of Sunday on their idea, and then they pitch it to a group of judges and their peers, and we select winners on Sunday.
And this is happening all over the country?
It is. It's all over the world. They have startup weekends. They're organized in the U.S., Canada, in Europe, and all abroad.
And you're bringing this to St. Louis for the first time?
This will be the third year that we've actually organized.
Has anything come out of these startup weekends?
Yeah, I mean, we usually have one or two companies that either the winner or the person that gets second place that continue to meet after the weekend. So one of like the Cinderella stories, if you will, is Jurastat. They were the winner of the first startup weekend, and they're a company. They're post revenue, and they've secured funding. And basically, their idea is they organize data around court rulings. So if you want to know, if you're a lawyer and you're deciding, hey, maybe I shouldn't go in front of this particular lawyer because it's hunting season and they want to get done with their case sooner, you can look up their court rulings and figure out, hey, maybe this isn't the best time to go in front of that lawyer.
So what do you do? So when you're going in front of these judges, and are they just from the St. Louis area, or are they from all over the place to see these ideas?
It's mostly community judges. So we have between 4 and 6 judges that will hear the final companies. There's usually between 6 and 10 teams that make it to Sunday, and the judges will hear their 10-minute pitch and decide on the winner based on how well they communicated the idea. Do they see a market for it? Do they think they can get funding after the weekend, and some other different characteristics that they pick.
Do these company ideas grow organically from that weekend, or can you start with an idea, come to the event?
We really prefer to have people start. Some people already have full-baked ideas that they want to bring and try to get developers and designers. We really try to start from the concept stage. And about, I would say, half of the people come with their own idea. If you don't have an idea for a startup, that's fine too. You can join an existing team and be a great co-founder, be a great number 2 person.
Interesting. How'd you get involved in all this?
I was really involved with the startup scene, and when I heard Startup Weekend was considering coming to St. Louis, I got really excited. I think there's a lot of us just want to see more people engaged, and I think Startup Weekend is just a great sort of way to get your feet wet. A lot of I think Startup Weekend sort of demystifies the idea of, hey, startups are hard, they take a lot of time, but if I can devote a weekend of my time just to sort of understand how I develop a concept into a business, it's a great way to get your feet wet.
All right, so what are you looking for? You're looking for companies and people, or people more or less, right?
Basically, people with ideas. So more specifically, we're looking for developers, so software engineers, people with a coding background who can build tech products or websites. We're looking for designers, so even if you don't work for a design firm, anybody that sort of has a design sense or can use Adobe Photoshop, the things like that. And then just people who have general business sense, marketers, people who do sales. And if you don't sort of fit any of those categories, that's absolutely fine too. You just want to get plugged into the startup community, feel free to register and join a team.
So over this weekend, people will develop a website or a concept or have a little marketing materials, and then sort of software it out in this weekend or so.
Yeah, exactly. We see a lot of companies, that come out of the weekend that already have a prototype or a website or something developed after the 54 hours. They'll stay up all night working on their ideas, and people will actually go out and talk to potential customers. There was, in their first year, a company that wanted to do sort of connect nightclubs with potential club goers, and so they actually went out. It might have been an excuse to go to the bars, but they went out on Saturday night and sort of tested their concept with a lot of their potential clients and got a lot of great feedback, which modified and pivoted the company for their pitch Sunday
So
night.
even if you don't make the cut, is still a great idea because you're going before your peers and before these judges, and they
It's
give you some
exactly.
great advice.
It's like Jennifer Hudson didn't win American Idol, but
And look what happened.
And look what happened to her. I have an idea. Here's my startup idea.
Okay.
I think you should get some type of gel, some type of resin gel,
goodness.
and then put it on a glove.
Gracious.
And then that way it's sticky, so you can put it on a baseball, and the baseball can do all sorts of funky things.
Man,
I
he's
think we
not
should
letting
get-
that go at all.
No. We'll get some better bats for the Cardinals. And that's a great startup.
All right, Matt Menietti, what's the website to find out more?
It's St. Louis, so stlewis.startupweekend.org. We have an early bird deadline that's on Friday, so you can get in for the weekend. $60 takes care of all your food, your cost. Great T-shirt, and so you can still register after Friday, but the cost will go up for our early bird deadline. So
And the website again is?
St. Louis, stlewis.startupweekend.org.
And it's November 15th through the 17th.
That's correct.
Matt, thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You got it. 7:58. Tim Weiland's in the KTRS Traffic Center.